Recorded during live stream. Bummer. I can view it maybe on YouTube. As long as I got the volume down here and I don't echo it. Put this over here. As usual, the air looks nice and clean. I use the original air filter and everything on the 661 because I haven't gotten the MaxxFlow kit for it, and it looks terrible. Like it's always got brown dust and everything like that gets through the filter on there and everything. Like I almost don't even want to run it anymore until I get the MaxxFlow oiled air filter kit for it, because this thing keeps it clean. Some people say you gotta go in or there's no maintenance, you just put it on there. You can let stuff gunk up around it quite a bit or for a long time, but I find I don't like it to gunk up and get to where it's not breathing so well. They say they've done testing and it still breathes the same, but at the same time that oil will eventually dry out. It's good to check on it. I wonder if I had too much oil and if some of that got in and caused what happened. I had, what I can tell so far, because I haven't gotten into it yet, is the piece of the ring snapped off and transferred up and down the piston. So it's a tragedy. let's get some of this cleaned up before I get it apart or so. Just so maybe there's not so much to clean up later. Not a bad looking saw. It's a couple of years old. This is definitely not the end of it. Hopefully can save the cylinder. Let's get you put away. Muffler, West Coast saw, bark box. Max Flow air filter. Okay. Ooh, buddy. Damn thing had really good clean airflow. It's like, what went wrong? Is there a leak in a decompression plug? Is there an air leak somewhere? I've never taken one of these apart. It's been, the only thing I did to it was the max flow and the bark box. Everything else is stock and untampered with. You guys are gonna go in here. Flywheel. Yeah, before we get too far ahead, I'm probably gonna want to pull the flywheel and the clutch, just so I can see all of that stuff too. I don't have as good of a light coming from over here, so I have some more light I can turn on over here. Is that it? Nope, there it is. Okay. It's a little bit better, but still, I need to hang another one of these over here. There we go. Now we can both see. Get this little guy off there. It is time for a new sprocket. I already replaced that once. Springs are good. Clutch has taken a little bit of a, clutch drum has taken a little bit of a beating. Alright, so we're ready to get you flywheel and clutch. I'll use you in a minute. Let's try 3/4. Fits, but it's wide. Not quite the right one. Let's try my gold one up here, which is 19 millimeter. That's more like it. Gotta love this thing. Amazon find, magnetic, Torque T27. 25 or 27, one of those. Alright, so the clutch drum, the clutch needs to be spun off to the right. Oh, thank God. I have this impact, but it's not like your strongest one, and sometimes these are a little too on there to get off with this, and I don't have a bigger one, so I'm really pleased that just came off. This all looks good, other than the fact it needs some grease. Get you out of there. Turn you off because you're about to go off. And keep all this stuff together in this box. And you bear with me. This is a saw that I am not going to be getting rid of. Not like I would with any of my saws, but I'm going to be rebuilding it one way or another, whether it be with a piston and rings or a cylinder piston and rings. The cylinder and piston are going to cost $318, around 325. The cylinder piston and rings kit for the 661 was like 400 and something. So when I heard that this one was going to be, around 300 and something, I was excited. I was like, yay, that's good news. That. A little orange piece of metal. I don't know where the hell it came from. Bench clean as we go, keep my coffee clean. I'm showing you guys. It's very light, so. What is going on here? So that's the oiling system. I don't know if I want to take all that apart. If I wanted to see what the bearing looked like, then that would be smart. But not yet. Let's just not go there yet. So now, let's get the flywheel off. Oh, there is some comments. My bad. Morning, folks. Dano's Tree Works. Just saying hello. Wrenched myself today. Sorry for your loss. Yes, thank you, Dano. And thanks for popping in, man. She will live again. She will live again. Pretty odd looking jug. Alright, now I don't know why, but this just looks like a red to me. Well, let's try the green. It's the green. The flywheel, we're going to crank off lefty-loosey to the left. It's all too easy. And the flywheel is always, after it's cranked on, really on there, and you gotta pop it free. I use this punch, the larger one. I get right inside there, and I give it a good whack, but I do it with the saw standing up like this. Nice to not whack straight down on it. We don't want it on the coffee cup. Nope, it's still on there. That sounded like it came. I don't know. It's still on there. whack you under. Obviously, I don't have a flywheel puller. Yes. It's different than most flywheels. You don't see any magnets around the outside of the flywheel. Everything is, all the timing, and it's inside this system here. However that works. Okay, so flywheel, where is the magnet? That? Yeah, that's the magnet. One continuous magnet. Yeah, one continuous magnet hovering around that, which has got I guess that's your ignition coil. That on there, and put it in the box. Give this a little clean up. Spray that everywhere, especially not in my eyes. SD Outdoors, good morning. Sorry about the air compressor, it's necessary and I need it right now. I'm just tearing down this saw. Everything, it's only 2 years old. Everything looks beautiful. The oiling system, the flywheel side, kind of getting it cleaned up as I go. I'm checking the engine mounts just now, or the cylinder mount bolts, and one of them over here on the side where you can't see where it's mounted all the way came loose real easy, but it's not like it was loose, but it did turn real easy. I'm trying to figure out what happened, what went wrong, why. I mean, maybe it's just a really hot running saw and some freak accident, you know. I mean, a ring got overheated and snapped, transferred up and down the piston and the cylinder wall, and that was it. And I don't know, I made a notch, I dropped a tree, I started cutting on it, and it may have been going on for 2 cuts before it slowed down and stopped. Let's see. It felt like it was a little dull, which was wild because it was clean and sharp, but that was probably whatever was going on with it made it feel like that. Anyway, it came to a quick slow and stopped, and it didn't feel good at all. I knew something was wrong with it. So, okay, there we go. That's wild. That is wildly dirty. I'm gonna want to clean up all of that. So, and right now it's gonna get a little noisy again. All right, if you're still there, RSD Outdoors. What does RSD stand for? And rakers and the teeth and the chain and everything, I don't know. Compared to what they are stock, my rakers are usually a bit lower. My wood cutting is good. If it's not good, I don't run the saw through the shit. I've got other saws I can go back and forth with. I am in Florida. There's a lot of junky laurel oak trees, and there's a lot of crap inside them. And it's not always pleasant for the saw. You know, oftentimes where the crown of the tree, except, you know, with some of these bigger trees, there's a lot of crap and decay and dirt and everything inside there. But I have a good air filtration system, the MaxFlow kit, and I always clean all that stuff out. I don't see anything getting in other than clean air. If that answers your question. And yes, running it stock. I haven't ever messed with any of this stuff. I only put on the MaxFlow air filter kit and the West Coast Saw bark box. So what's next? To get this all off of here, I believe this is all a part of the gas tank. So I get the handle off and the gas tank off, and then we can get the jug off. I watched a guy do like was my original channel, Rubber Side Down. Oh, okay. I've always just been Peter Shea ever since I got into the tree industry and got into climbing and everything. I opened up a channel, started having fun with it. Oh, let's remember this if I have to go back on it. Although I believe things only fit in certain places anyway, but white, blue, black. One came out of the top. It's more of the machine thread, and these two, yes, handle screws for the gas tank attachment. And then down her, of course, these two, and these dogs. These are not stock. 25 bucks on eBay. They're not like super huge dogs, but man, they work. They work. Okay, I've also got this one attached to the jug. Got some thread locked up on that one. Okay, that's loose. I like to just wrap all the screws together and mark it handle, so everything is going back in the right place. There. Okay. Check that out. Check that out. That thing just popped off of there. It is raining outside, man. Big time. Rainy day. And I imagine there's a little ring right here that we don't want to lose. it's not popping out. So I'm gonna leave it in place. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this guy up. Let's see if we can get this handle off of here. There we go. It's coming. At least I thought it was. Oh yeah. There it goes. It would be nice to have a full wrap, but for my other one, I've got a 500i, ported at Ripsaw. The bark box is great for releasing heat. Good stuff. Max Flow is great. Changed mine after seeing OEM filter issues. Yeah, like the filter on my old 661 M-Tronic that I just put a new cylinder and piston and everything on, little port job. The first day of using it, came home, took off the air filter, and it was all sorts of dirty inside where, you know, past the air filter. It's like, I don't want to run that thing anymore, not without putting the Max Flow kit on it. I'm going to be ordering it very soon. As soon as possible. And it's $100. I can muster that. Nice choice. Decompression plug, man. Alright, I see with my little eye a tiny bit of rust around the decompression plug. Nothing around the spark plug, just right there. And down there and over there. I don't know if that means anything. Get this cord back up over here. Try not to drop you guys. Right there. Yeah, okay. This thing. Just unscrews off of there probably. Maybe it spins freely. I don't know yet. Oh, you know what? There it is. Okay, that's cool. I want to take the plugs out first, or the jug first. No, first we have to get this gas tank off. So we're going to want to take off this screw. Okay. That comes off. Now what else? The boot needs to come off, but I think, yeah, that ring is going to have to come out. Can I put you back? Yes. Oh, you can stay there. Yeah. I'm gonna get this little ring for the intake off without damaging it. Fingernails. Maybe a little pry action. Okay, it wants to come. There it comes. Alright. Where did you come from? Uh-oh. We may want to review that later. Little rubber piece, probably. Yeah, you know what? Probably on this side of the handle. And there's that little rubber piece that goes on the end of the screw that goes in right there, and that rubber piece just rides inside this hole there. It's a strange part to find, but I've been there before on the 661. It was like a part that it was missing. Alright, the boot is through. We gotta unplug some wires. Don't understand why this issue has not been fixed. I'm new to Stihl, but seems like no action to fix. First impression on working on Stihl saws, not a fan. Husqvarna FTW. Little WD-40 and pick. Yes sir, I made mine fall off installing West Coast suspension kit. Oh yeah, that little piece, yeah. Alright, so I'm glad I know where that goes. I'm so tempted to get some Husqvarna equipment. I have their electric pole saw and it's awesome. Save-A-Tree has one, and they left it in the back of a truck and loaded the truck and bent the crap out of it. And then a couple weeks later I came back and helped them out with another job, and I don't know what else they did to it, but they bent the thing really bad down by the handle, and I guess because it's electronic especially, the thing didn't have any issues. It was still running great, and I was like, okay, that's pole saw I want to get. Okay, seems as easy as just popping those up and off. 1, 2, oh, it's got color codes. That's freaking awesome. Just that push in and then up. Why did the other two pop off so easy? Oh god. That's not cool. Force outs. I broke a little plastic piece. I hope. I don't know, it's still clamped in there pretty good. Another little plastic piece. it slides out, so I think I broke the clipping system, but I don't see that rattling out. At least I hope not. These things are crazy with RPM and vibration. All right, spark plug going down there. What do we got going on here? How does this come off? Because we are almost there. Fuel line. Fuel line, fuel line. I didn't empty out the gas tank, so we may have some fuel coming out. That one goes in through there and over here. Now, that looks like I could just pop it off where it goes onto the cylinder. There's a whole little system down there that might come off as one unit. Here goes that fuel line. Get underneath of it a little bit. Okay. Here we go. And it looks disgusting. That might be that plug thing that guys were talking about. Pops in there. Kind of looks like a slide system. Oh yeah, there we go. That's one. The one from up here went there, and that one went there. So this one that goes over where the button is was on, I'm looking at this thing standing up, the right fuel plug, and this shorter one coming from right down by the gas tank cap was on the left-sided one, and then this one down here at the bottom went right down to the crankcase. I'm glad I got all that on video because I would forget. I have to look up some videos on how to get it back right. Alright, so that is wiring. Now there is something else to disattach here. That's going down to the ignition coil. That's good wiring. Alright, so that one's out. Oh, hey. Voila! I thought there was more. Freaking gas tank is off. Cool. I'll set you right there. Alright. They're just easier to work on, but I've built so many Husqvarnas, push intake tube through. You got it. I broke them before. No leaking. Impressive. Yeah, I mean, usually it's all over the place. I can't say that the gas tank is empty, but you know what? No, that's halfway full. A little more. Shit, what next, man? What next? I mean, I guess... Oh, that's right. This stuff. And that is... It looks like a torque. Uh-oh, I hear babies crying. Alright, let's get into the Craftsman kit. Oh, you know what? Nope. I was wrong. Wrong kit. Let's get into the Hyper Tough kit. The girl's kit. She's got these things. Wow, that's small. And that doesn't seem like it. That one's too small. I think that one's a little too big, unless it just wasn't getting in there all the way. Oh yeah, damn it. There's one in between. And I don't have it? You're kidding me. Damn. That's not cool. Maybe I do have something in here. Just gotta look. Bet I could get it out with an Allen key. But I'd rather have the right torque screw. I can tell that one's too big. Nope. Damn, that's wild. Tiny. I'm gonna go grab, unless I've got the other kit in here. I don't see it. It's gotta be somewhere, because I know I've got my metric in the truck. Okay, let's try some of these. Nope. That's the 2mm. Good for adjusting the throttle on my 261. No, that's not gonna fit. Damn, man. For real? What is this contraption? Got a bolt here, 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 and this plastic housing. Maybe all that'll come off as one unit. The wiring, I don't know, let's find out, because I don't want to break those little, or strip out those little screws. Alright, the shortest of the machine screws is the one on the outside there. The screw is kind of under the wire. We'll get it out. Easier to get in than it is to get it out. Okay, that's also a long one. This is magnetic. Maybe it'll pull it. It's magnetic, but it's not very magnetic. But just magnetic enough. Sweet. Okay. What is going on here, man? Alright. Okay. So really, I really just need to get this one out. I'm gonna ask if she has any more tools. Because this is a bummer. Damn. You know? Wow, that was stupid. Well, you live and you learn. There was 4 of them, and this is the intake system, fuel injection system, and I cracked a corner on it. Ouch. The price on this saw just went up. Ugh. That was the ground screw too. It was covered by this piece of plastic. Okay, so this is sitting here like so. And this piece is on there like so. So 1, 2, 3. So I just really needed to get that boot off and take this off, and it would have exposed the other screw there, and then this would just come right off. I was watching some videos and there was something about like a piece that was pressed on, and I thought that that was that piece. And yeah, there we have it. I can only hope that this part right here is not too much money, but this is the fuel injection system. Yeah, can't be that much. Can't be that much. It'll be alright. Anyway, I can't do anything about this because I don't want to strip that out. So it's just going to hang on, and we're going to get this jug off and see if we can find out what the hell went wrong with this saw. Alright, I'm going to put these 4. This is all part of the intake system, and then this little one went. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this little one was right here, so I'm just going to put this one back where it goes. And put these screws. I'm sorry. Why still why? This is where it can get expensive. No, yeah. This is learning, exactly. It's a saw I've never worked on before, and it'll be alright. Alright, let's put these are intake boot plus injection system screws. Alright, boot, injection. I'm just hoping I can make it better than it was before. Last time I was on live, I was fiddling around. Yeah, the boot looks great. Injection handle, the ouchie screw. You're just gonna hang on to the case. Let's put you there and the boot in there. Good God, I can hear the kids inside. They sound nuts. Put you guys back up. All right. Moment of truth. Looks like light is still on. $150 on eBay OEM. Oh my God. Damn, dude. You know, I'm going to loosen them with this one. There we go. See that one? Feel very tight. Yep. 150 bucks, huh? We'll see what the Still Shop has. 917. I can give them a call. They close at 12. One, 2, 3, Big ass bolts. 4. There's some really big engine mounts. Okay, you guys right there. That's a cool looking jug, man. Alright, let's just set that down for a second. You can see a bit of a wear pattern at the intake. And a bit of a wear pattern at the exhaust. I think I see something that looks terrible. Let me get in there and feel around a bit. That looks like a really deep gouge. Holy crap, it is. It chunked off a piece of the plating. Yeah, the frickin' ring snapped, man. The frickin' ring snapped. I mean, I'm using Echo Red Armor. And it looks like I have a good amount of oil going on here all over the crankshaft. Crankshaft is nice and glossy. But yeah, dude, the ring fucking snapped. I wonder if it got out of alignment somehow. Look what's going on over here. Right where the locator pin is what is going on here? Well, I can tell you the ring seems stuck. Did this thing freaking shut off on me? 1 hour and 15. Yeah, it looks like we're still on there. Alright, check the pin. Well, the locator pin seems fine. But let's go over here, check the other side. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and pull this ring off of there, because... Alright, the locator pin is out. There is no locator pin over here. What the hell, man? What the fuck? And the piston is not well lubricated over here either. The piston was like really well lubricated on the intake side, not over here. It's pretty dry, and it's dry on top. It looks like there's a decent, yeah, on the intake side, you know, you can tell it's shiny. On the exhaust side, we're looking pretty dry. So I do have a gallon of Amsoil Sabre coming, and I'm going to switch over all my saws to that. But yeah, man, let's get you in here. The locator pin is gone. It is not there. The ring snapped. The locator pin is gone. The cylinder's not like all scored up or anything, but it is gouged. It's got a big gouge in it. Right there. Good God, man, that sucks. And that's where the locator pin rides, right? Right where that gouge is. Let's see. Yep, if we were putting the jug back on. It would go on. Yeah, so right where that locator pin is where that is, right where that gouge is. Man. So the big question is why did this happen? Crazy Glue, $3 worth a shot. Well, if it is a brand new cylinder and piston, and that is the intake system, I wouldn't want to chance it. It's going to be worth it to have no possible air leaks. That's the hot side. Check the pin. Yeah, so the pin is gone. There's no pin. It's not in there. Like over here you can see we have a locator pin. And over here we have no locator pin. It snapped off. And the ring got out of alignment and broke, snagged on the exhaust, and tore up the motor. Alright, so now we know what happened. What we don't know is why it happened. Did it get too hot over here? And like I said, it does not feel well lubricated over here. The intake side, oh, we got lots of oil over on the intake side. We have almost nothing going on over here. Top of the piston, extremely dry. It is slightly wet around the intake side of the top of the piston. And then the crankcase is well lubricated. All the way down. Around the top, around all these angles here. All up inside the piston. I guess good news is my crankshaft and everything looks great on the bottom end. So this will just be a top end replacement and the injection boot, because I fucked that up. And then we will be back in action. So I guess the next thing to do is get the ring off of there, clean up the piston and the jug, and slap it back together and time it for what it is stock. What I can see here is there is a tiny exhaust. Nice large intake, real smooth on the intake. Like, they've got great work on all of the edges. It's extremely smooth. Let's feel the exhaust. Got a bit of a rough edge. Can you hear that? That's pretty rough. That may have happened in failure. What do you call this? I've got some clean edges going on here, but overall, this exhaust could have some improvement. I guess it just depends on what the timing is. Damn, man. How would you know if there's an air leak at the decompression valve? If there was a way to tell without testing it and looking to see if air was getting in around there, would it cause any of this? Would it look differently? Let's just have one more good look at the inside of the cylinder. It's pretty dried up. Except for, you know, the intake side was doing a little better. Had it not been for that pin and that braking and everything like that, like, cylinder would be completely reusable, but right where the locator pin rides up and down, we have a gouge. Alright, so I guess that concludes our investigation of the Stihl MS500i failure. I ran it 2 years and this happened, so best believe all my other saws, I'm not going to allow this kind of thing to take place. I'm going to start using AMSOIL Sabre, and I am also going to start disassembling them and pulling the jugs off from time to time to inspect and see how they're doing. And that'll be that. Like, I've got another one of these from Ripsaw, and I am not going to let that one somehow trash itself from overheating. Generally this happens not letting saw warm up properly. Not saying, hey, you might be honest. I was wondering, man, because I normally, and we're in Florida here. Let me finish reading what you said. West Coast Saws has a video on this topic. The heat in the piston versus the steel pin taking longer to warm. A lost pin is not good. Maybe split now. Let's see, on top of the piston. And could have through exhaust, but don't need it hiding in the base. Oh, yeah, we want to make sure. Okay, thank you for that thing is out of there. I'll wash and blow out and wash and blow out and wash and blow out and make sure that it's not tinkering around in there anywhere, because you're right, I didn't see it anywhere. And I don't know if I saw it in the exhaust. I don't think I saw it in the exhaust, in the muffler. It's not leak. If it's not leaking, it will leak later if you don't use a cap. Yeah. And they don't sell it at the Stihl shop, but they did give me the specs on the threading number, so I can pick one up at Napa or an Ace Hardware where they've got that exact bolt threading. And I'm going to plug the new jug because I never used that decompression valve anyway. One guy went to go start up my Ripsaw and it's got the plug in it, and the boss man was like, because he went to go pull on it, and the boss man was like, hit the decompression plug, and I said, good luck. It's not there. So anyway, I guess that was it. The death of this saw, if I had to guess, and thank you for the reminder, was on that day. It was cold in the morning, and we're talking about, maybe 47, 48, 49 degrees, but we're in Florida, and it's really hot most of the time. So that's really cold for us and what this saw is used to. And I don't think I let it warm up enough or properly. I don't even know if I fired it in the morning and let it run for a minute or so. I fired it up, and it wasn't long before I was in the cut. So the locator pin, you're telling me, takes longer to heat up. That had to be it, man. I didn't get the saw warmed up all the way, and the locator pin snapped and caused this to happen. So that's really good to know. And it had not been for you jumping on here with me and telling me that, I would have never known unless, I brought it up with more people and whatnot. So thanks for chiming in and telling me that. I'll check out those videos. Watch the depth on plug, been there as well. The depth on the plug, yeah, shit. You wanna, I think they gave me all the specs on that, the length, the width, the thread number, but you're right, yeah, you want that plug to go in, and you don't want it sticking out anywhere past the inside of the cylinder base there, or the firing chamber. I get that. Glad to help. Yeah, man, thanks a whole bunch. Because I think it's pretty obvious now. Yeah, it was a lot colder than usual, and I fired it up, and and it wasn't long. I don't. One thing I don't do is I don't start these saws up and gun it. I start them up and let them rumble around for a little bit, give them a little throttle, and let them warm up without, hey, I'm gonna, yeah, this is warming up the saw. I don't do that. I don't like it when anybody picks up my saw on the ground to put in the tree for me or whatnot, to get the saw to me. And they're like, is it warmed up? Do you need me to warm it up? I'm like, no thanks, because some of these guys will just pull it, throttle it, and fire it, and they think that's warming it up. What's up, bud? That's cool. All right, so yeah, man, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and get back with the family. And